is CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Najahe Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a quick look at your top stories of the day.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look outside at beautiful downtown Miami. The weekend almost here. Hang in there. But of course, the big question is, will we see another heat alert? Next weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler has all those details.
I think at this point, we're going to have to wait and see what the National Weather Service decides to do. We have one going right now. It's a heat advisory. Miami-Dade and Broward, that will expire at 7 o'clock, but the key is a little bit longer, 8 o'clock. And the heat index, or the feels like temperature, highest I've seen today is about 106. So we still have some time. It could still jump up there. Right now, the actual temperature is 89 degrees, but it made it up to 94 earlier this afternoon before the rain started. So at this point, it feels like 103. Fort Lauderdale feels like 100 degrees, and down in the Keys, yes, very hot down there. Marathon, as always, feels like around 107 degrees. So yes, the heat is still there. We had a little bit of a break today that dropped the temperatures down slightly because of these showers and storms. This is what it looks like right now. We've got the sea breeze making its way to the west, just as we thought, so it pulled those thunderstorms into the interior areas. One little shower trying to get going here along a sea breeze here. Not going to have a whole lot of luck. Pembroke Pines, one shower trying to develop, sitting still. I don't think that one's going to have much luck. More showers down here in Monroe County. Those are going to be moving off to the coast very shortly. So that's really about it at this point. Not expecting much more than that. There could be a spot shower storm yet in the next couple of hours. After that, we're past the peak heating of the day. The sea breeze has moved inland, so we should be dry for the rest of the night. There's a lot going on tonight, too, so we need that. Let's take it into Saturday. That east-southeasterly flow, we're going to find showers and storms mainly over the inland areas by the afternoon. And I think Sunday, a lot more rain should be coming in here. It's due to a tropical wave that wants to move in here, so we will have a lot of moisture to work with. By Saturday night and Sunday, that'll be our best chance to pick up some rain here, so that should help us lower those temperatures just a bit. So Saturday, not a washout, definitely. Even Sunday, Monday into next week, none of these days are going to be complete washouts, but we'll have a better chance to pick up showers and storms. Tropics right now, nothing is expected over the next week. Right now, looks good, but we have this little tropical wave over the Bahamas and the Caribbean. That's the one that is expected to make its way in this weekend. It'll be nothing that we're really concerned about, but we are going to see a chance for showers and thunderstorms. So for this evening, should be dry for all the events going on, and for the rest of the week, temperatures topping out in the low to mid 90s.
All right, thank you, Cindy. A special counsel has been appointed in the ongoing investigation of President Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden. General Merrick Garland made that announcement earlier this afternoon. He is elevating David Weiss to special counsel status. He served as the Trump-appointed U.S. attorney in the Hunter Biden probe for the past 5 years. Court documents obtained by CBS News also show the government has now filed a voluntary dismissal of the tax information against Hunter Biden. It's so that they can bring the charges elsewhere. Hunter Biden has since pleaded not guilty in that case. The federal judge overseeing the 2020 election interference case against Donald Trump has started to weigh in. It's over a request by prosecutors for a protective order. The judge says the former president has a right to free speech, but she says that right is, quote, not absolute. However, the judge has agreed to less restrictive rules than the ones sought by prosecutors. She also said that his campaign will not affect her decisions. This all centers around the public disclosure of government evidence. Prosecutors consider the vast majority of the evidence in the case to be very sensitive. Well, here we go, parents, students, are you ready? Because it is almost time to head back to school. Miami-Dade County's new school year begins next week, and the superintendent spent the morning welcoming new teachers. Take a listen.
This yearly ritual is always a source of hope and optimism. Our eyes are set on the promise of a bright tomorrow, as education is future-driven and is always forward-facing.
All right, those are encouraging words. The first day of school for Miami-Dade students is next Thursday, August 17th, and I'm going to have much more on this story coming up tonight at 5 o'clock. Broward County Public Schools and the Broward Teachers Union reached tentative agreements on bonus pay for teachers, and there are several compensation tiers. Among them, new hires will receive $500, and all teachers with 1 to 10 years of service will receive from $2,000 to $7,500. Those with 11 to 14 years of service will receive $10,000. Again, this agreement is still tentative, and it will need to be voted on by union members. We'll keep you posted. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. The Philip and Patricia Frost Museum of Science has a new chief. His name is Dr. Douglas Roberts. Dr. Roberts is a self-proclaimed science nerd and has spent a decade researching planets and stars. CBS News Miami's Keith Jones spoke with him and has more.
Everything we do in life, we have to think critically about like solving problems, and in our, whether it's you're fixing your car or getting to work, or taking care of your plants or whatever. It's really a process of science that's important. And so when you come to the museum, you kind of see that laid out in all these different disciplines. Like, how do we keep the fish alive? How do we learn about the fish in our aquarium? How do we, in our planetarium shows, how do we know what's out there in the universe, billions of miles away with telescopes, right? All those things help critical thinking and understand the process of science. So, and we have to also, it's so important in museums to make science fun. So people leave thinking, oh, I could be a scientist, or I could think critically, and not to be scared by science, because science at its heart is like when you do it, it's a fulfilling exercise.
It can be intimidating for kids.
It can be,
it
but
really is.
We try not to be.
So there's this huge push, and I would say over the past 10 to 12, maybe 15 years, there's been a huge push for STEM,
Absolutely.
Science and mathematics. Talk about that, the importance of that, and you're integrating that into the museum. Yeah,
so STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math is kind of this broad topic of understanding that all those things that we woven together, again, it's so important that kids get education and experience doing those things when they're younger, so when they are older into their jobs and into their lives, they again know how kind of the process of critical thinking. And so in the museum, again, we have programs we call learning labs. So if you're here on a field trip, you can work with our education team to go deeper, where you learn a little bit more about one topic as an extra kind of thing. We have tech labs, which are more, if you care about technology, it's about like what's new in technology, that kind of thing.
So I guess that begs the question, is that the way to get kids excited and interested in science? Because we mentioned it can be really intimidating for a lot of kids out there. Is that the way to get them hands-on? Because when I learned the most, learning was fun. Yeah. So is that the idea?
Yeah.
Behind the museum?
When you're in a group situation led by our educators, are fantastic. They really make the experience of learning fun, and they kind of build upon what might have happened in a classroom. But it's not a classroom activity. It's really meant to kind of add the fun back into the learning part. And so we're very good at making that. It's the environment, it's the topics, it's the way that we present that. It's hands-on, getting your hands dirty. All that goes together to kind of leave the kids with a very positive kind of reflection on what science is all about.
Yeah, we love taking our kiddos there. You should definitely check it out if you've never been. Miami Dolphins, they play at Hard Rock Stadium. The team is kicking off their preseason against the Atlanta Falcons. CBS News Miami's Samantha Rivera joins us with a preview of tonight's opener.
Well, it's been a long wait, but come Friday, we can officially say football is back, with the Dolphins set to host the Falcons for their first preseason game. After finishing up joint practices earlier in the week, the guys are eager to get back on the field and show off what they've been working on. While we don't expect to see Tua Tagovailoa play in the preseason, there's still a question of who the Dolphins choose to start as their quarterback against the Falcons, Mike White or Skylar Thompson.
Whoever does play before the other player in the preseason game from the quarterback position, that won't suggest that person is going to be Tua's backup. It will be based upon the reps, opportunities, what we think is best for for the guys.
Whoever it ends up being, Tua had nothing but good things to say about each potential starter.
I got the utmost respect for both of those guys. This is going to be the second year that Skyler's in the room with me. I mean, I know Skyler. We have a lot of animated conversations about football, and then just getting to know Mike White as well. Mike White's very smart, you know, in the quarterback room. He has a lot to say as far as input as well. So it's really good to have both of them in there.
As for how well the offense is coming along ahead of the game, the answer might vary depending on who you ask.
Regardless of if it was the best day ever for the offense or it was the worst day ever for the offense, we got to keep growing. We got to continue to get better. There's a lot of things we need to clean up.
Defensively, Bradley Chubb is a fan of how their group has come together and will look come game day.
I'm excited about this front seven, man. We got a lot of great talent, man. A lot of good guys that's playing for each other and playing together. You know what I mean? And I feel like last year, kind of, we didn't. With me coming in late, we didn't gel, and we got a whole offseason to gel and understand each other, how each other rush, how each other play off each other, and stuff like that. It's kind of like a dress rehearsal for the vets who's been here and just kind of get back into the feel of things. And the rookies is like the whole world to them. You know what I mean? Their job is on the line. They understand that, so it's gonna be fun just to see them go out there and fight, see the team go out there and fight, man. So I'm excited about it.
And of course, make sure to stick with CBS News Miami. We've got you covered all season long with pre- and post-game coverage. In the studio, Samantha Rivera, CBS News Miami.
All right, go Fins. Looking forward to tonight. Also, the nominations to select South Florida Standout Football Player are open in 3 hours. That is right. Time once again for CBS Miami's Nat Moore Trophy. Nominations for the Nat Moore Trophy recognize the top high school student who demonstrates positive character, leadership attributes, and meets all the team standards for academics, sportsmanship, and conduct both on and off the field. And you can find the link to submit your nominees at 7 p.m. by going to our website, cbsmiami.com. Good luck to your candidate. And that's your Quickcast. I'm Najahe Sherman. Happy Friday.